only where you could buy coolers were at Walmart and discount, and there was a race to the bottom. And he went to a channel fishing, high end specialty doors, bait and tackle shops, and where they still needed coolers. They weren't selling coolers because they couldn't play against Walmart and Target. So then they had this opportunity to bring in this 10x the price. It went from a $30 cooler to a $300 cooler with the Yeti, and people were like, "I'll pay for the quality. I'll pay for the durability. I'll pay. This is a generational cooler. I'll be able to pass it down to my kids." And that's been the story. And they did the same thing with the cup. There was Stanley was around, from a bottle perspective. Hydro Flask was around. It was all bottles. Clean Canteen had single wall stuff like cups. No one had done a vacuum insulated cup. And like Tervis was around, which was a plastic, air like insulated cup, but it was plastic and we were selling Tervis Yeti cups at one point. And then out of nowhere, his Chris Keller, who was our head of new product development at the time, and Roy just started to be like, I think this cup thing can be a thing. And they just started, they had thermometers and these things, testing temperatures and all this. And they're like, I think this is a thing. And then they came out and it went crazy. And the reason why it went crazy is because everybody was kind of getting into the Yeti brand, and we could do, the only way to get a Yeti hat was to buy a Yeti cooler. And so like, there was like this like commitment that some people didn't want to make to a $400 cooler, but they loved the brand. They loved what it stood for. They loved all those things. And then when this $40 cup came out, it was their entry into being like a real person that had a Yeti also. And it just went like wildfire.